Hey everyone, welcome to the Travis Allen for Governor phone bank training. What we're going to review is just the basics on how to access the system, and then we're also going to discuss how to make phone calls themselves. So first things first with regards to the basics of accessing the system. Once the campaign has added you to the system, which they will if you sign up to be a volunteer, you will go to portal.votergravity.com, as you see in the browser here at the top. That's portal.votergravity.com. And then you will just click here to reset your password. At that point, you'll be emailed a password reset link. You'll click on that link and enter in whatever password you like. If for some reason that's not working, it means you haven't been added to the system. And then contact VoterGravity at support@votergravity.com. We will look into your username and verify that that's fixed. But as stated before, first log in, portal.votergravity.com, and then click here to reset your password. So I will go ahead and log in so we can walk through how to do this with everyone. All right, so now you'll see on screen kind of what you'll see when you initially log in. Some of you may not see all of these options on the menu on the left-hand side. Don't worry about that. A lot of people are just logged into the system for phone calls. So we're going to jump in right there. To begin making phone calls, you just click on Phone Bank and then click the Start button. And you'll notice there's a few different modes here. And this really depends on the hardware that you have access to. So in the case of if you need to use your own phone because let's say you don't have a broadband connection or a smartphone that you can use, that's okay. You can use a landline phone from your own house. So you click on that mode, and then as long as you have a computer in front of you and you can see the screen to enter the answers, you can then just make the phone calls from your own phone. Know that when you're dialing those phone calls, that caller ID is completely yours. So that's what the voters are going to see on the other end. So if you're not comfortable with that, you're going to want to use one of the other phone modes. But if you don't have any other choices and you are willing to do that, definitely the campaign would appreciate you still making phone calls. So click on Own Phone and you'll be able to dial the phone numbers yourself for the voters on screen. The other two options, and you can read really what they are on the screen. Dial-in is best for smartphones. So if you're needing the system to call you back and you don't want your caller ID exposed, but you have a smartphone and you can enter the answers on screen, you'll use that dial-in option. A little pop-up will show on screen. You'll enter your smartphone's number. The system will call you back. You can do this on a desktop or laptop as well, but it's just most frequently accessed via a smartphone. So the system calls you back. You'll enter the answers on the screen of your smartphone, which you'll be talking to the voter through your phone with our caller ID. So the system makes the phone calls. The VoterGravity system, the Travis Allen for Governor campaign has the caller ID there, and your phone's not exposed. You're just using your personal smartphone to facilitate the connection. And then the last mode here that my mouse is by right here, this is for browser-based calling. So if you've got a good broadband connection at home and solid Wi-Fi, if you want to use your laptop or a desktop for this, you just plug in earbuds or a mic and headset that you're comfortable with, or even your computer microphone and speakers are just fine as well. But in this case, there's no phone needed at all. The browser makes the phone call. So that's why it's called a browser-based call. In that case, when you first log in, you'll be prompted to allow your microphone to be accessed by your respective browser. So whether that's Google Chrome or Firefox or Safari, you can make phone calls through your browser with this particular option called Headset. So that's what we're going to do. All the menus look the same. All of the screens look the same, but we're going to go ahead and make some phone calls through the headset mode. So this is what it looks like if you are dialing. Your interface will be really almost identical in all of them, but dial-in and headset look just like this. So in this case, I'm calling Johnny Smith, and I can see his name here on the left. I'm just going to minimize the menu so we have the whole screen. So we've got Johnny Smith, and I know who I'm calling, and the script will be here in the center. And then what I'm going to do to get started is hit Connect to Voter. So I hit Connect to Voter, and there's a pop-up and says, do I want to allow the system to have access to the microphone? And I do.
Welcome to the phone system.
And then welcome to the phone system. And initially, it's going to show a status of ringing and connected. So this is where you are with the voter, and then this is where you are within the phone system itself. And there's no ringing in the background. There's not music. So this will typically last 15 to 20 seconds, assuming no one's picking up. Don't worry about that. There's nothing that's going wrong. Just check your status buttons to know where you are. So if you're still, again, connecting to the voter because it's ringing, or because, or if
the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later. Goodbye.
All right, so this particular person doesn't have a voicemail box that I can connect to, so I'm just going to call the next voter. And it says, are you sure? And I say, yep, that's exactly what I want to do. So now I'm on to the next voter. And I've got the same script on screen. And, excuse me, I've got the same script on screen, and I'm just waiting for that particular individual to connect. So let's just say in this scenario that I'm going to get someone. And so it says that I'm going to, this person picks up the phone and I'm supportive of Travis. In this case, I just walk through the particular options with them, find that he's supportive, maybe want to get him more involved in the campaign, and that's what these options are for. They want to join the mail list, they opt into the communications, and I mark them down for receiving email from our campaign. So that's what I've done, and I'm at the end of the survey, and I go on to the next voter. In this scenario, same thing is happening. I'm connected, and it says, or I'm still connected to the conference. That's what it says, status connected. Voter call status is ringing. Let's just say I get connected to this particular individual, and they say, you know, I'm not really sure if I'm supportive of this Travis Allen guy or not. So I say, well, they're undecided. You'll see on this particular script, there's some talking points for the campaign. Different issues that are important to Travis that he'll be talking about throughout the state. And so we're going to discuss those things with this particular voter. Any given time for any voter, we don't want anybody to be argumentative. Everybody is not going to agree with our perspective, and that's okay. So just be professional and courteous, talk about the issues, and hopefully we can mark them down as someone we change their mind, and they're going to be supportive of Travis. But it's possible that they remain unopposed or maybe even undecided. So you just mark that accordingly on your screen. If we did change their mind, we're back to the screen you saw before, and that is maybe this person says they want to opt into the communications, and hey, that's enough to get started. Maybe I'll attend an event at another time. And so once again, I take down their email, whatever it is, and then I will capture info and proceed, because if I have multiple choices or open text fields, I need to advance the screen by saying capture info and proceed. And then in this case, I'm at the end of the survey. It thanks them, and you'll let them know to go to the website, remind them to get more information there, and then call next voter. And that's really the process for all of these. I had a very short list, so we're at the end of our list. We're not going to make any more phone calls this evening. If you have questions in this process, obviously you can watch this video as many times as you need to. But you can also contact us at support@votergravity.com. That's a support team that's ready and waiting to help everybody. So again, that email is support@votergravity.com if you need anything. And thank you very much for your time today.